Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram, Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram, Dasharatha Nandana Raja Ram, Dasharatha Nandana Raja Ram, Kaushalya Nandana Sita Ram, Kaushalya Nandana Sita Ram, Bhadragirishwara Raja Ram, Bhadragirishwara Raja Ram, Ganga Tulsi Shaligram, Ganga Tulsi Shaligram. Gaye Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram, Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram, Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram. Hare Krishna. So आज परम पावन तिथि.
So today is the most pious day, a very auspicious day. It is Ram Vijayotsav, that is Dashera as well. So today, Lord Sri Ramachandra had the victory over demonic powers, and he made the world and society at large fearless. Lord Sri Ramachandra killed the external demonic powers, but what about the demonic potency in us that is present internally in all of us? And what is this demon? That is lust, desire. Are like Ravana. Ravana had 10 heads, and we also have not a single desire. We have numerous desires. And what kind of desires do we have? It's not bad to desire, as Ravana was not all bad, but because he had a wrong, to have a wrong desire is very, very bad. So till now we have heard, we are listening to the pastimes of Navdurga and discussing her forms. So in Brahma Samhita, Brahmaji says that she is the potency of the Lord who takes care of the creation, nurturing and destruction, and she is the presiding deity of this material universe, and she fulfills our desires. As a officer in the prison house, depending on the good behavior of the prisoners, fulfills their desire. So we all are in this material universe of which is a prison house, and Sri Durga fulfills our desire. But the question arises, what do we desire? Those bad desires are equivalent of Ravana or the demonic powers in us. So in Bhagavad Gita, 7th chapter and 20th verse, Lord Shri Krishna says,
ज्ञाना प्रपद्यन्ते न्यदेवता तं तं नियममास्थाय प्रकृत्या नियता स्वया प्रकृत्या नियता स्वया। कामेस्तेस्ते हत ज्ञाना। कृष्ण कहते हैं कि अर्जुन,
Krishna says, they, that is those people, and who are these people? Those who have desires in their heart, and the humans filled with these desires, their knowledge has been destroyed, their mind have been contaminated. So if you have a desire in your heart, or all those people who have desires in their heart, they are not knowledgeable, their knowledge has been destroyed. And in other words, it is said, those who have desire of sense gratification, they are all unwise. Their intelligence has been destroyed. And what they do after that? Prapadyante anya devata. Prapadyante means they take the shelter of who? Anya devata. That is the demigods. So he takes the shelter of the demigods. So a unwise, a fool, have multiple desires in their hearts, and to fulfill those desires, they take the shelter of numerous demigods and goddesses. And after that, tam tam niyamasthaya. So he starts following the principles of these demigods. Prakrutaya niyata swaya. That means he enunciates those principles and tries to get his desires fulfilled. So such a person who wants to get their fulfill their desires, their knowledge has been destroyed. So there might be a question here.
अपनी कामनाओं को लेकर देवताओं के शरण में जाने वाला अज्ञानी है।
So a person who goes with his desires to the demigods, then he is unwise. But a person who goes with the same desire to the Lord, is he wise? In the same Bhagavad Gita, what has Krishna said? He says, that 4 types of people worship me. And they pray to me or worship me. And oh Arjuna, someone who is distressed, someone who has a desire of wealth and opulence, and but they all are intelligent. So there are two things in the same Bhagavad Gita. Here, what is Krishna saying? That to take the shelter of demigods is unwise or ignorant. And in the same Bhagavad Gita, he says that four types of people, they come to fulfill their desires, they come to me and they're wise and pious. So what is the difference between the two? The one who goes and takes the shelter of demigods, and on the other hand, the one who takes the shelter of Lord Shri Krishna. So it is mentioned in this verse. So a person who takes the shelter of demigods, his desires are primary. But a person who goes and takes shelter of Lord Shri Krishna, his desires are not primary, but the love for Lord Shri Krishna is primary goal or focus. As Dhruv Maharaj had this desire, and when his mother said that Vishnu can provide you the same, so the first priority for him was that of Lord Shri Vishnu, that Vishnu, if I meet Lord Vishnu, I will get the kingdom. So the primary focus of Dhruv Maharaj was Lord Shri Krishna. But a person who goes and takes the shelter of demigods, he keeps the
Om Jaya Jagadish Hare भक्त जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर. अरे पहले देवी को देख तो सही, पहले उसका दर्शन कर, उसे प्रणाम कर.
First, the primary goal is fulfillment of their desire, and
कि देवी देवताओं की शरण में जाने वाला आदमी कामना प्रायोरिटी में होती है.
So his desires are priority on priority and the demigods are secondary. But a person who takes shelter of the Lord, his primary focus is Lord himself, while the desires become secondary. Second difference is that the person who takes the shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, so they have only one fixed Lord in their heart, that but the devotees of demigods are not fixed in their devotion. So here this anya word is very important. So he doesn't go and take shelter of one demigod. They just keep on changing their demigods, or they worship different demigods for different purposes. So it is not a fixed devotion towards one God, but numerous demigods. So it implies, even if you have one desire but you have many demigods that you worship, then you will never be benefited by the same. So if you keep on changing your God or changing, worshipping different demigods, then you will never be benefited. But if you have multiple, numerous desires, but you still have one Supreme Personality of Godhead as Lord, then all desires will be fulfilled and you will be benefited.
So, भगवान श्री
So that is the glory of having the fixed devotion towards the Lord. So a person whose mind has intellect has been stolen by the desires in his heart takes the shelter of the demigod. So Arjuna says that rarely, if so happens that a person goes to and takes the shelter of demigod, although 99% a person takes the shelter of demigods for their desire fulfillment, but if there is one person who worship them without any purpose,
कामना को लेकर जाओगे तो अज्ञानी माने जाओगे, कामना के बिना जाओगे तो कृष्ण आगे कहता है, तो फिर ये
so
गड़बड़ है.
Krishna adds further, then also there is one lacking.
देवा पितृयान्ति पितृव्रता भूतानि यान्ति भूतेज्या यान्ति मध्याजिनोऽपि माम्. भगवद गीता 9.25.
So in Bhagvat Gita 9.25, Krishna recites, and first what he said in 7.20 that we discussed, that a person who goes and takes shelter of demigods to get fulfillment of their desires, then he is unintelligent. But in 9.20 he's saying that a person who goes without sense gratification or desire, then he will go to the abode of the demigods. So if one worship their ancestors, they will go to the planet of their ancestors. But a person who worships me with desire or without desire,
तो यान्ति माम, वो मेरे वैकुंठ को प्राप्त करेगा.
then he will reach my eternal abode. So the essence is that if we go with desires to the demigods, we will be considered unintelligent or unwise. And if we go without desire, then we will get heavenly planets, but that also is not beneficial in long term, because once our all fruits of pious deeds have been debited, we'll have to come back to this material universe again. So if we want to take the desire, it should not be for our own sense gratification, but for achieving the love of or pure devotional service towards the Lord. As Sita ji worshipped Lord Ganesha, gopis worshipped Katyayani Devi. They had the desire, but they had the same desire. They had the desire that they wanted to attain Lord Sri Ram and Krishna respectively. So we should have a great goal to attach ourselves in a relationship with Lord Sri Krishna. Yesterday you heard that Durga Mata is the prisoner. So to ask her small things is ordinary. To ask wealth, opulence, family, etc. is not intelligent. But if we tell her that, please recommend us so that we can be relieved of this prison, and if we say that to her that, please attach us to Lord Sri Krishna and make us reach eternal abode of the Lord, that is the sign of intelligentsia. So we have many desires in our heart which are like Mahishasur demon, and the goddess has, after 9 days of listening to Ram Katha, to the pastimes of Devi Ma, she, and similarly Lord Sri Ram has killed Ravana, the demon. So today is the Vijay Utsav of Lord Sri Ram, where he killed Ravana. Although Ravana was a great personality, but he lagged in some things, and he gave us something to remember. So when usually we play, we have two teams. So if we have two teams, I will be in the team of Ravana. What a great personality he was. He, he never messed with small people. He messed and picked or stole the wife of Lord himself. But while he was leaving his body, he gave us so many principles, and there are so many things that we should learn from him. He had everything. His father was Pulatse, and he belonged to such a great clan. Brahmaji was satisfied with him, and he used to live in the gold Lanka. He had 10 heads. Yet there was one shortcoming. What was that? So, that our eye or vision should be good. His shortcoming was that his vision was not good. So where does the sin starts? It starts from our eyes. When we see something bad from our eyes, it enters our heart, and if we contemplate that in our mind, then it enters our heart, and then we desire to get the same, and if we get it, we get greedy, and if we don't get it, then we get angry, and it results in our downfall. So all this starts from our vision. So from our eyes, we should always avoid seeing unpleasant things. So there is so much to be told about Katha, but if I give you the essence, so have you ever thought or taken a note of that Dasharath and Dashanand? One is Dasharath and the other is Dashanand. And for your information, Dashrath and Dashanand both got Lord Sri Ram, but Dashrath got him as his son, but for Dashanand, Ramji met him as his death personified. So one got him as a son and the other got him as death. So we get to know or learn from here that all the 10 senses of Dashrath, which are like a chariot, were used in serving the Lord, and he used these senses of the body. He focused on the Lord. That is why he begot Ramji as his own son. So Ravan also had 10 heads, yet he was envious of the Lord. He was in opposition with him. He had no vision towards the Lord. And that is why Lord Sri Ram met him as his death. So we all have Ravana inside us. The qualities or attributes of Ravana, that is the demonic qualities, we all have. So first of all, his first shortcoming was that he picked someone else's wife. So and she is goddess of fortune herself. So we all have this desire to own other people's wealth or Lakshmi. So although in Ishopanishad it is mentioned that already we have what we are supposed to get, but still we work hard to get more. So we have already taken what belongs to us, but now we are going to get which belongs to others. So to have an eye on other people's opulence and wealth is a demonic quality like Ravana. And in such situation, Hanumanji comes. So Chanakya Pandit says he was very intelligent and has so many good qualities, but he died because of his ego and pride. Had he not had been so proud, he might not have been killed. So we should avoid pride and ego.
દશેરા નામ કા કોઈ શબ્દ નહીં है આપણે તેમ કે દશેરા આજે હું છે દશેરા ફાફડા જલેબી તો દશેરા નામ का कोई व्याकरण में
So
शब्द
there is no word like dashera in Vyakaran. It's a kind of mango. Actual word is dashhara. Dashhara.
तो संस्कृत शब्द दशहरा इसकी संधि विच्छेद करेंगे
So if we break it, so there are two words. It is dash and hara.
दश माने 10
Dash means 10 and hara means to take away or steal. So today's day, Lord Ram took Ravan's 10 things or destroyed them. Hara means destroy or take away.
यदि आज की भाषा में मैं आपको कहूं
So if I tell you that who is Ravana, and it is, so 2 years back we all were suffering due to COVID-19. So he had 10 shortcomings. So we were worried because of one virus, but Ravan had 10 virus.
तो रावण 10 वायरस से भरा हुआ आदमी 10 मस्तक और राम जी
So he had 10 heads. Ramji is antivirus.
हमें क्या करना है
So what are we supposed to do to remove these viruses? We should find the antivirus.
सभी वायरस के एंटीवायरस होते हैं ओके
So every virus has antivirus.
10 वायरस कौन से
So what are the 10 shortcomings of Ravan? And what is that antivirus? You can see in this image in front of your screen. Vivashta, then growth, that is anger, greed, arrogance, then Irsha, that is jealousy, Dvesh means hatred, Nirasha means despair, Sanshaya means undecisiveness, and Moh, delusion, and Alas is laziness. So all these qualities are imbibed in us as well. So Lord Sri Ram gives the vaccine. It is mentioned in the verse in Sanskrit. we should behave like Lord Sri Ram. So you can note down this, and if you see in below there is vivishta, that is helplessness. This is a shortcoming, and its antivirus is vinirbandhav, that is persistence. Sometimes we have anger, and the dose for that is forgiveness. Sometimes when sages and saints come to our home, so if they had more prasad, so then we offer them chilies, that because it balances the sweets that we have eaten. So similarly, for anger, it is forgiveness. And the third shortcoming is greed, and its opposite is integrity. So if we forgive, then our anger will be dissipated, and if we have integrity, then we will be relieved of greed. Then it is called arrogance. Sometimes we have something fixed in our mind that there is no flexibility. So this is a shortcoming, and its counter is namrata, that is modesty. So his arrogance, so our arrogance can be dissipated by modesty. And whether you agree or not, but we all have this in us, that is jealousy. When we see somebody progressing, we get jealous, and this can be removed by kindness. So if we have kindness, then we can remove this shortcoming. Then he had hatred or dvesh, and it can be cleansed by love. By loving others, we can remove this hatred. We can have a 7-day katha or Ram katha on this, that how all these qualities were there in Ravana and how Ramji destroyed these. And if you're a preacher, you should, and you can do a pastime on the same. So despair also is a shortcoming, and this can be dissipated by hope. Then there is sanshay or indecisiveness, and which can be removed by courage or patience, dharya. Then there is moh, that is delusion, and it can be removed by wisdom, that is vivek, and laziness can be changed in self-regulation. So this is all the hard work of Govind TV. So our research team is very powerful. They research a lot and they work hard. So let's pay our respects to Ravana. If I have to say something about Ravan, Sita ji was alive when she met Lord Sri Ram. He got her alive. It was the power of Lord Sri Ram that Sita ji was alive when he met her. But Sita ji was pious because it was because of Ravana's modesty or his self-discipline. Although he was a demon, he never touched her. Even demons had regulations in demons, but now even humans don't lack the same. So Sita ji was alive because of Ramji's courage, but she was pure or pious or chaste because it was Ravana's self-regulation. So the Ravan in your yuga was better because he was 10 faced, but all his faces were present in front of everyone. But today humans have 1,000 faces and we cannot see even one. They change their form per minute. But today we have people with 1,000 faces. How much hypocrisy is there? So such pious Vijay Utsav and our Krishna Mataji's maternal grandfather, we will pay our respects to him as well. Although Navratri is concluded and today is Dishara and Vijayotsav, so we will dance and Sankirtan and will celebrate Vijayotsav on these all shortcomings by Lord Sri Ram through the antiverse. And by standing, we will celebrate this Vijay Utsav.
जय जय नवला किशोर जय गोपी चित्तचोर प्रभु जय गोपी चित्तचोर प्रभु जय जय माखन चोर जय जय माखन चोर। श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की, जगत गुरु शिल प्रभुपाद की, श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की, श्री दुर्गा माता की। उपस्थित
Hare Krishna. I welcome all the loving devotees of Shrimad Bhagavatam, all the attendees and devotees. I specially extend my warm welcome to the senior devotees of International Society of Krishna Consciousness Iskcon, who have beautifully decorated this assembly. I also welcome all of you who have gathered from all parts of the universe through the medium of Facebook, YouTube, etc. This organizer of this beautiful Katha,
गोटो થઈ ગયો. हमारे समस्त श्रोता गण,
so I welcome all the listeners
न्यू जर्सी निवासी,
and from
इस भागवत कथा
New
के
Jersey, the
महामहिम
residents and the
यजमान,
organizers
जिनका एक मनोरथ गौशाला में भी है,
who
उनके साथ
already
साथ
have
मनोरथ है. ऐसे
been working with the
डॉक्टर
Goshala.
मधुकर पटेल,
So, and here in the Bhagavatam Katha, so the family
और
of
इनकी
Madhubai
सुपुत्री
and
डॉक्टर
Jain
कृष्णा
Bhai
पटेल,
and their
दीपक
daughters
भाई,
Krishna Mataji,
जानकी जवेरी, मौलिक
Janki
जवेरी,
Zaveri, Maulik Javeri,
अदिति व्रज, सत्या,
Aditi Vraj Satya,
और साथ ही साथ कृपा
and
शिव देवजा
Kripa Shiv,
कीर्तन,
Devaja, Kirtan.
आप सभी भक्तों का
So I welcome
श्रीमद् भागवत कथा के
you all
अंतिम
on the
एवं
last
पंचम
and
दिवस में
concluding and the
पुनः
5th
एक
day
बार
of this
हार्दिक
Shrimad
स्वागत
Bhagavatam Katha.
एवं
I welcome you
आप
all
सबके चरणों
and
में
please accept
हमारा
our humble
प्रणाम.
obeisances at your lotus feet.
राधे श्याम.
Radhe Shyam.
कथा प्रारंभ में आज इस पावन पवित्र पर्व में
So in the
मैं अपने
beginning,
शब्द सुमन चढ़ाना चाहूंगा,
I want to
श्रद्धांजलि प्रदान
offer
करना चाहूंगा
our respects
श्री मधु
to
माता जी के
Shri Madhu Mataji's
पिताजी,
father,
हमारे डॉक्टर कृष्णा माता
Dr.
के
Krishna
नाना
Mataji's maternal
મામાના
grandfather.
એટલે દીવો બોલે એટલે एक बेटी का तो दोनों परिवार से संबंध होता
A
है.
daughter is attached to both the families.
ऐसे युग पुरुष बड़ी महान प्रतिभा जिनकी रही,
A great personality who
जन्म
had
तो वैश्य समाज में हुआ,
who
लेकिन
was born in
प्राणियों से
Vaishnav
भी पवित्र
society,
जिनकी
but
विचारधारा रही,
whose thought were more pious or
ऐसे
pure than Vaishnava,
गोपाल भाई
such
मोहनलाल
Gopal Bhai
गांधी जी
Mohanlal
को
Gandhi ji.
मैं आज वंदन
We
करूं, प्रणाम
pay
करूं.
our respects
और
and bow down at his
इस
lotus
पावन
feet,
पर्व में
and
इनका स्मरण करूं.
we remember him on
साथ ही
this pious
साथ
day.
आज इस परिवार
Also,
के गुरु
in this family,
आचार्य
the
श्री
spiritual master of the family, Sri Kaushalendra Maharaj, appearance day is today. So, on his birthday or appearance day, we congratulate you all,
और हम सब आशीर्वाद की कामना करें
and we should all
कि ऐसे पवित्र संत
ask
सदैव हम पर कृपा करते रहें.
blessings from such
उनके
a great
आशीर्वाद,
sage,
उनकी कामना
and
से
the,
हम सब
his
लोग
blessings,
सत्कर्मों में लगे रहें
by his blessings,
और
we
भगवत
all are
भक्ति की ओर
involved in pious
आगे
deeds
बढ़ते रहें.
and progress towards pure devotional service towards the Lord.
श्रीमद् भागवत नवरात्रि.
Shrimad Bhagavatam and Navratri.
वैसे 5 दिन की कथा रही,
So it was 5-day Katha.
90 रात्रि की चर्चा हम लोग कर चुके हैं.
We already discussed almost about 90 days.
बड़ा पवित्र दिन है.
Today also is a
साथ ही साथ
very pious day,
आज
and
हमारी इस पवित्र परंपरा में
in our this disciplic
इस
succession
कलयुग में
that is
भगवान
pious
के
and pure,
शुद्ध ज्ञान को प्रचार
so
करने के लिए
a preacher who
स्वयं भगवान ने 4 संप्रदाय का
dissipated,
निर्माण किया.
who spread the knowledge of
ईश्वर
the
के
knowledge,
द्वारा
and the
निर्मित
Lord
आपकी
created
जानकारी के
these
लिए
4
केवल 4
Vaishnava
संप्रदाय ही है.
clans or disciplic
पद्म पुराण
successions.
इसका
And
प्रमाण है.
according to
जैसे किसी
Padma
देश में
Puran,
ज्ञान प्राप्त
as
करने के लिए
in a country
यूनिवर्सिटी बनाई जाती है,
you have a university to gather knowledge or acquire knowledge,
सर्टिफाइड यूनिवर्सिटी में
and
पढ़ने भेजते हैं.
we send our children to such certified universities to get perfect knowledge. Similarly,
शुद्ध और
the complete and pure knowledge. To get this knowledge, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Himself created these 4 clans or classes or clans of Vaishnavas. So first is the Kumar Sampradaya, whose Acharya was Nimbarkacharya. Then there is Rudra Sampradaya. They all are approved and presented. And to acquire, to remain in the disciplic succession and to acquire knowledge is valid. So Sri Sampadaya and then Rudra Sampradaya, and the Acharya for them is Sri Vishnu Swami. And in this Rudra Sampradaya, another subclass started, which was Pushti Sampradaya, and where the Acharya is Vallabhacharya, and the fourth, from which I am attached to, and we all belong to that clan. So where we have got initiation and education is Madhva Sampradaya, Brahma Madhva Sampradaya. So such clan where Lord Narayan Himself gave knowledge to Brahma, and Brahma gave it to Narad, and Narad gave to Vedvyas, and in this Kali Yuga, Vedvyas ji gave it to Madhvacharya, and he is the Acharya Madhvacharya. And for Sri Sampradaya, it is Ramanujacharya. So in our disciplic succession, that is Brahma Madhya Gaudiya, he is our forefather. So now that we are discussing, so from Brahma to Narad, from Narad to so on and so forth.
लक्ष्मीपतिपुरी के माधवेंद्रपुरी के ईश्वरपुरी और भगवान नारायण से
Madhvendrapuri, so Ishwarapuri, and the 22nd was none other than Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself, and his disciples were Rup Raghunath, then Jagannath Babaji, then Bhakti Vinod Thakurji, then Gaurkishore Babaji, and his disciple Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, and his disciple the A.C.Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, whom we all follow. And his disciple is Sri Radha Govind Goswami Maharaj.
कि आज विजयादशमी के दिन परम पूज्य राधा गोविंद गोस्वामी महाराज से
and by his mercy and blessing I got initiation from him and I got his shelter. It is for me a new birth. That I got initiated on this day in 2005. But of the Vice Chancellor of our disciplic succession is Madhvacharya, and today is his birthday or appearance day. That is why I am discussing it. So, the demigod of wind, his incarnation is Hanuman, and the second incarnation for him is Bhim, and Hanuman and Bhim combined manifested as Madhvacharya. He had the part of both of them and he manifested. So there is a beautiful pastime from his life. He used to reside in Udupi and he used to contemplate on Lord Sri Krishna and used to reside in a mountain cliff. And at that time, Dwarika, which is situated on the banks of sea, which is a major port of import and export, and there was a great ship that was heading towards south, and when it was near Udupi, in the midst of the sea, it got entangled. It was not moving. It had so much stuff. Said, what are we supposed to do? So some people of the ship, they swam to the banks, and there they saw Madhvacharya, who was in trance. So the owner of the ship bowed down at the lotus feet of Madhvacharya and they said that please remove our distress. Madhvacharya, because he is the incarnation of demigod of wind, and he stabilized the ship in the sea, and he done such a great feat, and the owner of the ship became satisfied and happy, and he told Madhvacharya, we want to give you something. He came from Gujarat, that is Dwarika, Saurashtra. He said that you have done us a great favor. We have already thought everything will be destroyed, but you saved us. So what can we offer you? Madhvacharya said that I don't need anything. So it all happened in Bandeshwar place. So he said that I don't need anything. So they said that what do you have which is for valid for me? So they said that we have came from Dwarika and I have bought Gopi Chandan. So if you want, I can give you Gopi Chandan. Madhvacharya said that it is very glorious. So give me some. So they gave a huge rock of Gopi Chandan to Madhvacharya. And as they presented it to him, that rock divided into two, and Lord manifested. You can see in the image. So Madhvacharya said that now this idol deity has manifested, so we need to make a temple. Who is going to take care? So 30 people tried to carry the deity of the Lord, but no one was able to pick it up. So Madhvacharya said that let me give a try. And as a father picks the son, similarly he picked the deity of the Lord and he established in the temple which is called Udupi Krishna, and he is still standing there. And what is the attribute? What are the attributes of this deity? As Lord, Ma Yashoda is preparing butter for Krishna and she went to save the milk, and Krishna is making plan to break this pot. So he is standing with the churner and he is standing there. So such form manifested and it was established in Udupi as Udupi Krishna by Madhvacharya himself. So there are so many things that should be discussed, But I want to discuss. So, although it is not considered that he disappeared, but it is said that he was performing a katha, and it was on Taittiriya Upanishad, and he did such a beautiful katha that demigods appeared and started showering flowers at Madhvacharya, and he was covered with all these flowers. Demigods left. When his disciples removed the flowers, Madhvacharya was not there. He disappeared. It is believed that Madhvacharya is still there, and he resides in Badrinath with and the feet of Vedvyasji. He reads and listens to Shrimad Bhagavatam. He is the direct disciple of Vedvyasji. And in this disciplic succession, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Prabhupada and we all are acquiring knowledge, and we are very fortunate who have got initiation as well. To get initiation in such a disciplic succession is extraordinary. It's not ordinary. So, such Madhvacharya's appearance day is today. So, let's remember we're remembering Mataji. So today she speaks that you will stand only after you conclude all the 9 Matajis. So we have so far discussed about the 6 goddesses or the forms of goddesses. So we heard till Katyani Devi's and Skat Mata's Katha. So the 7th form of goddess is Kalratri. She instills fear in everyone's heart. So her Pranab Mantra is
लंबोष्टि कर्णिका कर्णी तेलाभ्यक्त शरीरिणी वाम पादोल लसोद लता कंटक भूषणा वर्धन मूर्ध ध्वजा कृष्णा काल रात्रि भयंकरी। जो गधे के ऊपर सवार है,
whose vehicle is donkey and who has a long tongue,
और जिनका चमकदार चमचम चमचम चमकने वाला शरीर है,
and her body is effulgent.
बिजली जैसे गहने धारण करती हैं,
she had ornaments like
रंग है, खुले बाल है,
thunderstorm.
आंखें और कान हैं,
her hair are untied
खतरनाक दिखने वाली है,
and she looks fearsome.
रात्रि के इस रूप का ध्यान करने से,
so by just remembering her, all the distress and disturbances can be removed. So such Kalratri, we bow down at her lotus feet. So on the 7th day of Navratri, this is the Pranab Mantra that we discussed, or invocation, veneration that we discussed. So on the 7th day, she is venerated, and on this day, the devotion, the devotee's heart is situated, and this day, the day when all the gateway of all the siddhis open up, as on Akshaya Tritiya, the doors or gateways of Badrinath Dham opens. Similarly, on the 7th day, all the siddhis are manifested on the 7th day. And when we pray to her, all the siddhis can be achieved or attained. By her fear, all the demons, ghosts, etc. get scared and get away or run away. She removes or dispels all the darkness. Such is her potency. She protects us from the clutches of death. A devotee can become auspicious by worshipping her.
यदि किसी के जीवन में ग्रह की बाधा हो, कोई ग्रह नड़ता हो, तो ये
So if
सारे
there is a problem in any planetary position, so she can remove all those and all our distresses and obstacles.
काल रात्रि माता का रूप कैसा है?
So what is her physical
इनका रूप
attribute?
भविष्य में कहा गया,
It is mentioned
अंधकार
about her
है, इनका स्वरूप बिल्कुल काला है,
like darkness. Her face, her form is
गले में
totally dark.
चमकने वाली माला
Her
है, एक नहीं
hair
दो
are
नहीं बल्कि
untied
तीन नेत्र है,
and she has three eyes.
ब्रह्मांड
She
के
has
गोले के समान
shining
है,
jewels and her
इनकी
eyes
सांसों से अग्नि
shine like
निकलती है,
material universe. She breathes
और ये
fire
गधे की सवारी करती है,
and she rides
काल
on
रात्रि
a
माता के
donkey.
चार हाथ है,
She has 4
ऊपर
arms
उठे हुए हाथ में
and in the hand,
एक
that
हाथ से
in one hand,
भक्तों को
she
वरदान
is
देती
giving
है,
benediction to her
दूसरे हाथ
devotees.
से
On the
अभय
other
देती है,
hand
यानी
is
भक्तों
the
को हमेशा निडर निर्भय रहने का उपदेश देती है,
sign of
और अन्य
that
ऊपर हाथ में
tells
वज्र है,
devotees to be fearless.
नीचे वाले
On
हाथ
the
में वज्र है,
third hand, she
और
has
एक हाथ में खड्ग है,
Vajra, and in the
जिस खड्ग से
fourth,
निरंतर
she has a
रक्त चूते रहते
Khadag
हैं।
from which always the blood
काल रात्रि
flows.
माता को गुड़ का भोग लगता है,
So she is offered a jaggery,
और ये काल रात्रि माता
and
शोक
she
से मुक्त करती हैं,
relieves
और
us
हमारे
of
जीवन में एक्सीडेंटल
unhappiness
प्रॉब्लम होती है ना,
and
आकस्मिक आकस्मिक संकट,
so and it dispels the
तो
unforeseen
प्रॉब्लम से ये हमें मुक्त करती है।
problems, that is accidental
और
distresses
जो
in
प्रश्न
our life
मेरे
can be removed.
अंदर है वो आपके अंदर शायद होगा
So there is a question
कि
that I
माता जी
have,
का स्वरूप
you
इतना
you also
भयंकर
have,
क्यों है,
that why she has such a dangerous, fearsome form.
करने के लिए तो गरबा भी कर लिया, नवरात्रि भी अब तो पूरी हो गई है, लेकिन प्रश्न तो रह ही गया ना कि
But the
एक
question
माँ
still remains
इतनी
that
भयंकर
why
कैसे
a
हो
mother
सकती है।
can be so much fearsome.
तब शास्त्रों में कहा गया,
Then
काल
it is
रात्रि
mentioned in
माता
the
का भयंकर
scriptures,
रूप इसलिए है
she
क्योंकि
has
माता
such a
काल
fierce
रात्रि जो
form
है
because
अपने साधकों के, अपने उपासकों
for her
के
devotees,
अनर्थों का भक्षण कर लेती है।
she removes
हमारे
all
अंदर
the
कोई दोष है,
mishappenings and
उस दोष
shortcomings
को
of the
निकाल
devotees.
देना अलग चीज है।
So to
हमारे
remove
अंदर के दोषों को
the
निकालना
shortcomings
मतलब
is
डालेंगे
something
कहाँ,
different.
मुझे बताइए।
But where will they put it if they
यदि
remove
बाहर
it?
कहीं डाला तो किसी और में चला जाएगा,
Because other it will go to
हमारे
someone
अंदर
else.
भरे हुए दोषों को
But
काल रात्रि मात्रा निकालती है, लेकिन
she
कई बार
removes
कहीं
all
डालेगी
of her
कहाँ, कहीं
shortcomings.
यहाँ वहां
But
डाल
where will
दिया,
she
किसी
put?
के अंदर आ गया,
So
इसलिए
if she
माता
put
जी क्या करती हैं, हमारे दोषों का भक्षण कर
anywhere,
जाती है।
then it will fall into
ये
someone
काल
else.
रात्रि
So,
माता
but
की बहुत
she
बड़ी करुणा है,
eats
ये
it.
उनकी बहुत बड़ी
That
कृपा
is
है
her greatest mercy on
कि
all of
हमारे
us.
दोषों का भक्षण करती है,
She
हमारे दोषों को ये खा जाती है, इसलिए काल
eats
रात्रि
away
माता
all
का ये
our
स्वरूप है।
shortcomings. That is why she has such
दिखने
fierce
में भले
form.
भयंकर है,
Although she
लेकिन
looks
सभी स्वरूपों में ये परम
fearsome,
शांत
but
शुभकारी है,
she is
जो
very
किसी
auspicious
दोषों को खाने के लिए
because
ये खड़ी रहती है।
she is there to
ये
eat
हुआ काल
away
रात्रि माता
our
का बाहरी
shortcomings and
स्वरूप,
failures.
इनका आंतरिक
And
तात्विक
her
स्वरूप है
internal
दास्य
form
और रुचि।
is Dasya and Ruchi.
जैसे नवरात्रि के 7वें दिन काल रात्रि
So
माता
on
की
the
पूजा होती है,
7th
तो
day,
नवदा
she
भक्ति
is
में
veneratory,
7वीं
and in
भक्ति
Navda
दास्य
Bhakti,
भक्ति है।
it's Dasya Bhakti. in the 9 limb of pure devotional service. So she gives us this Dasya Bhakti, she epitomizes, and she also presents Ruchi. So, what are the symptoms of Dasya? As so many people have taken initiation, so what are the symptoms of a servant or servitor, that is Dasya? So, it is mentioned in the scriptures as such. In front, the verse in front of your screen.
सर्वान् लोकान् समुद्धरयेत् जन्मांतर सहस्त्रेषु सहस्त्रेषु माने हजारों
It says that Sahasreshu means thousands, and Janmeshu, Janmantara, means after taking thousands of births. And if somebody has such intelligence, yasya, so not everybody has this intelligence. After taking thousands of births, they have this intelligence that I am the servitor of the Lord Vishnu, which can be acquired only after taking thousands of births. And it is still considered fortunate. Otherwise, we are going to be animal like donkey or a dog. But once we realize this, then from all the planetary system we get relieved. So she epitomizes servitorship. Dasya is very powerful, and you should understand it looks very small, this servant. In this world, it is considered very small. But in spiritual world, Dasya or servitorship is the life or soul. In all the rasas or malas, the essence is Dasya. If you have Madhurya, mellow, if you remove Dasya, then it will be incomplete. Similarly, in other mellows also, if we remove Dasya, they become incomplete. So if you see, there is a Shant ras. All the trees, plants, etc., and his feet, and all the musical instruments, they all serve Krishna in Shant ras. But what they do? They serve the Lord. So still, the servitorship is present there. Even in parental relationship also. So what does she do? She serves Lord Shri Krishna by becoming the... Although she is mother, but still she serves her son. Daily she wakes Krishna.
के सरगोड़ी स्नान कराऊं श्यामला यमुना जल माँ के सरगोड़ी अने स्नान कराऊं श्यामला हलके हाथे अंगो चोड़ी लाड लडाऊं श्यामला हलके हाथे अंगो चोड़ी लाड लडाऊं श्यामला भले वात्सल्य रस है, कृष्ण की माँ है,
Even the parental relationship, and she is the mother of the Lord, but still she serves
यशोदा में भी है,
him.
वात्सल्य में भी।
So servitorship is there in parental mellow
फिर
as
साखी
well.
में चले जाइए,
Even in fraternal or
कृष्ण के मधुमंगल,
relationship or
शोभन
friendship,
सुदाम, ये जो
the
सखा है,
friends like
भले कृष्ण के
Madhumangal,
सखा है, साख्य रस में
Sudam,
है,
etc. They all are friends
लेकिन कृष्ण खेलते खेलते जब
and are in
थक जाते
fraternal
हैं,
relationship. When
तो
they
वही
get
सखा
tired
कृष्ण के
while
चरण
playing,
दबाते हैं,
those friends
भोजन
massage the
टाइम पर
feet of
कृष्ण
the
को
Lord.
भोजन कराते हैं।
They offer him
साख्य
food.
है, सखा है, लेकिन
So
रस
they are
में उसमें
friends, yet there is servitorship in the
माधुर्य
same
में
as
चले
well.
जाइए, गोपियां, श्रीमती राधा रानी, माधुर्य रस
Even
में है,
in Madhurya, all the
लेकिन
gopis
माधुर्य
and
रस में भी करते
Srimati
तो
Radha
सेवा
Rani,
ही है,
they all serve
सेवा
the
कर
Lord. So
दास्य,
in essence,
ये रसों
servitorship
का प्राण है।
is the
और
soul of all the
काल
mellows,
रात्रि माता
and
दास्य
Kalratri
भक्ति को
Mata
प्रतिपादित करती है।
epitomizes the
दूसरे
same
शब्दों में हमें
servitorship.
ऐसी दास्तान
In
करनी
other
चाहिए,
words, we
ऐसी
should
दास्तान करनी,
serve
मतलब
in such a
भगवान की
way,
ऐसी सेवा करनी चाहिए,
we should serve
ऐसी
the Lord
सेवा
in
करनी
such a
चाहिए
manner
कि हम घोड़े
that
के ऊपर बैठे हैं कि गधे के ऊपर, ये भी
even
पता
if we
नहीं
are
लेना चाहिए।
riding a donkey or a
ये काल
horse, we
रात्रि
should not
माता
be
हमको
aware
ये
of the same.
सिखाती है।
That is what Kalratri Mata
दास्य,
teaches
हमें
us.
दास कैसे बनना चाहिए, पता भी न रहे कि आप घोड़े पर बैठे हो, गधे पर बैठे हो। हमें दास बनकर ऐसी सेवा करनी चाहिए कि आपके
So we should
बाल
serve the
कैसे
Lord,
हैं,
that
आपके
we don't
कपड़े
care that
कैसे हैं,
whether the
इस देह गेह का कोई भान न रहे,
hair are
केवल
unmade
अपने
or
स्वामी, अपने मालिक की
the
सेवा,
clothes,
यही
etc. But the
उद्देश्य होना
only
चाहिए। ये
goal should be
स्वरूप
to
है
serve
श्री
our
काल
Lord.
रात्रि माता का,
That
ये
is
तात्विक स्वरूप है।
the form
जिसको
of
5-5
Kalratri
मिनट में
Mata.
मिरर में देखने की आदत है, अपने बाल को ठीक करने की आदत है,
Those
5-5
who
मिनट
are
में
in
मेकअप
habit of
करने की
looking into
आदत
the
है,
mirror,
उसको दास नहीं बनना चाहिए।
they cannot
वो
be
दास बनने के
servitor of
लायक
the
ही
Lord.
नहीं है।
They don't
वो
deserve
अपना
to
देह
be
देखेगा तो
the
उसको क्या
servant
देखेगा, स्वामी को, भगवान
because
को देखेगा।
they will be busy in
तो काल
themselves or
रात्रि माता
serving the Lord.
अपने स्वरूप से, तात्विक
So
रूप से हमें ये
Kalratri Mata,
बताना चाहती
from
है
her
कि ऐसे
internal
दास बनो
attributes,
कि अपने
is
देह गेह
teaching
की
us
कोई परवाह ना करो।
that we should serve the Lord in such
अच्छा,
a way
दास्य
that
भक्ति
we should
कैसे
not
होती
care
है,
about
काल
our
रात्रि
body,
माता जो दास्य भक्ति
etc.
को प्रतिपादित करती, दास्य भक्ति कैसे होती है,
So how is this
मन को
servitorship
भगवान
performed?
में लगाना,
We
भगवान
should
के
focus
स्मरण में
our
लगाना,
mind
सवे मन
in the
कृष्ण
memory of the
चित्ताकर्षण।
Lord.
वांचांसी वैकुंठ गुणानुवर्णने दास्ता, दास्ता कैसे होनी चाहिए, अपनी वाणी
So
भगवान के
servitorship
गुणगान में
should
लगाए,
be that we
ये है
should
दास का
use
धर्म।
our speech
मन
in
भगवान के चरणों में लगाओ,
glorifying the Lord.
वाणी
Our
कृष्ण
heart
का
should
गुणगान
be
करो।
focused on the lotus feet of the
करो
Lord, and our
हरेर्भक्ति
speech
मार्जनादिषु,
in the
अपने
pastimes of
हाथों
the
से
Lord, and
मंदिर का
with our
झाड़ू लो।
hands we should
कल
clean the
कृष्णा माता
temple.
जी ने वीडियो भेजा था, झाड़ू लगा रही थी, वो कह रही थी कि माता जी के आपने स्वरूप का वर्णन किया ना, ये एक स्वरूप, वहाँ डॉक्टर बनकर
So
कई
she was
लोगों को ऑर्डर करती हूँ,
sweeping the home.
और यहाँ
That I
केवल
am a
झाड़ू लगा
doctor
रही
and
हूँ।
I order people put
ठीक है,
hair
ये
in the
बात
home.
बहुत अच्छी कही,
I sweep the home.
लेकिन जो भी करती हूँ आनंद के साथ करती हूँ, हंसते
But
हुए,
I do
जैसे
everything
कुष्मांडा
with
माता के विषय में कहा गया था।
fun and happiness.
खैर, तो श्रुतिम चकारा चुत्सत कथोदये, दास का कर्तव्य क्या है,
So what is the responsibility of the
भगवान की
servant?
कथा सुनने में लगाए,
To use
अपनी
his
जिह्वा
ears to listen the
भगवान का
pastimes of the
उच्छिष्ट
Lord,
प्रसाद खाने में लगाए,
to use his tongue
अपना
to
पूरा
eat the
शरीर
remnants of
सेवा में न्यौछावर करे।
the food offered to
दास्य
the
भक्ति
Lord.
के
It
आइडल
is
कौन है,
prasadam.
दास्य
And
भक्ति
who
के
is the
आइडल
idol
श्री
or
हनुमान जी
acharya
महाराज हैं।
of dasya or
दास
servitorship
कैसा
is
होता है,
Hanumanji.
और
How
दास
should
बनकर
be a
कैसे
servant
रहना चाहिए,
and how
आप
a servant
हनुमान जी
a
महाराज
servant
की
of the Lord
कथा,
should behave,
हनुमान जी
we
की
can
कथा
learn
सुनिए।
from Lord Sri Hanuman.
ये सारी बात आप सब लोग जानते हैं,
So you
तो
all
लेकिन
are
एक
aware of all
बहुत
this.
अच्छा प्रश्न है
But there
कि
is
भाई
a
दास
question
भाव लाने के
that this
लिए क्या करना चाहिए।
to bring this mellow of servitorship, what
चलो ये
should
तो
we
समझ आ
do?
गया, दास बनना है, और फिर वो
So we all
वृत्रासुर
understand that we
अभम
have to
हरेको
become
पादेक मूलम
the
दासानुदासो,
servitor,
केवल
as
लिखना ही नहीं है,
Titrasu said that
केवल बोलना ही नहीं, वो
Dasanudas.
भाव
So we just
कैसे
don't
आए,
have to speak or
हमारे जो
write.
दिमाग में जो
How can
विचार,
we
वो भाव
imbibe this
क्रिया
mellow?
कैसे होगी।
How can we
कोई दुकान में तो मिलती नहीं,
follow
अमेजन
this
में
in
ऑर्डर तो कर
our
नहीं
life?
सकते।
We cannot order it on
ये
Amazon.
दास्य भाव लाने के लिए क्या करना
So to get this smell of what are we supposed to do? Shrimad Bhagavatam, 6th canto, 5th chapter, 16th verse discusses the same.
कैसे प्राप्त होती है? कहते हैं यन्नाम श्रुति मात्रेण पुमान् भवति निर्मलः तस्य तीर्थपदः किं वा तस्य तीर्थपदं किं वा दासानामवशिष्यते दासानाम अवशिष्यते। ये दास्य भाव कैसे आएगा? दासा नाम
How will we get this servitorship mellow? How we will get this servitorship? So it is mentioned, Yatram Shruti Matren. Is there is only one solution, that is to listen the names of the Lord. So by chanting the holy names of the Lord and to listening the holy names of the Lord, our heart will be purified, and in the purified heart we will develop this essence or mellow of servitorship. So sometimes we get this title of Das, but from where will we get this quality of servitorship that we can get only by listening and chanting the holy names of the Lord? So in this way, she enunciates Dasya Bhav, and along with it, the other element is Ruchi. So on the 7th day, she is praying, and the 7th ladder of prayer devotion service is Ruchi. So she eats away all our attachments toward the material universe and things. Whatever attachments we have, she eats them away, and she develops our interest towards the Lord. So this Ruchi is the 7th stage and it is a stage to have interest towards the Lord. So we have heard about 7 goddesses. So now 8th is Mahagauri, and this is the invocation mantra for her is
श्वेतांबर धरा शुचिः महागौरी शुभम ददान महादेव प्रमोददाः। श्वेते वृषे, श्वेत माने सफेद, वृष माने बैल।
So she rides on a white bull, that is Vrishab means bull, Shweta means white, and she rides such white bull, and she wears white clothes. Shvetambara dhara means she is wearing white clothes, and she has Gaurvarn, that is she is fair, and she is not beautiful but extremely beautiful, and that is why she is called Mahagauri. Some people are fair, but some are extremely fair. So she is extremely fair. That is why she is called Mahagauri. So on the 8th day, she is venerated and worshipped. And how are her physical attributes? She is completely fair, and she is compared to a white conch shell, and sometimes she is compared to the moon. Sometimes she is compared to the flower kanda.
ऐसा कहते हैं कि महागौरी
It is
की
said,
उम्र कितनी है
what is her
ये भी नोट
age?
करना जरूरी है।
We should note
शास्त्र
that
में
down
लिखा
as
है
well. It is
वर्ष
mentioned in the scriptures.
भवेत गौरी,
She
ये श्लोक है।
is Ashtavarsha Bhavet Gauri.
गौरी गौरी पार्वती
Me-
दुर्गा का 8
That
वर्ष का
Parvati
जो रूप
Durga
है वो है
has
महागौरी।
when she was
So
she's
महागौरी माता
8 year old,
8 साल
that
की
form
है
is Mahagauri.
और ये सदैव
So she
8
is
साल
8 year
की
old
रहती है,
and she
उम्र न बढ़ती है
remains
न घटती है।
8 years eternally.
महागौरी के सारे आभूषण और वस्त्र
All her
सफेद रंग के
ornaments
हैं,
are white,
क्योंकि ये सफेद वर्ण के वस्त्र आभूषण धारण करती है, इसलिए
and because she
इनका
wears
नाम है
everything white, therefore
श्वेतांबरा।
she is also called
महागौरी का पूरा
Shvetambara.
नाम है श्वेतांबरा। इनकी एक नहीं 4 भुजा है
And she has
और
4
4 भुजा
arms.
में आप देख सकते हैं कि एक
And
भुजा अभय मुद्रा प्रदान करती
first
है,
is giving
एक
benediction
भुजा में
to the
त्रिशूल
devotees.
है,
Other
एक
has
भुजा
a
में
trident.
डमरू है,
Other
और
has a
एक
dabru,
भुजा वर
and the
वाहन
other
है।
is to give
वृषभ
mercy
के
to
ऊपर सवार होने
the
के
devotees.
कारण
Because she
इनका
rides
नाम
a
पड़ा
bull,
वृषभारूढ़ा,
she is also called
जो श्लोक में
Vrishbha
वर्णन है।
Rudha. That means the one who sits on
महागौरी
a
की
bull.
पूर्ण रूप से मुद्रा जैसे कालरात्रि की बिल्कुल प्रचंड मुद्रा है,
As Kalratri
ऐसे
had a fierce
महागौरी
form,
की पूर्ण मुद्रा
similarly,
शांत है,
Mahagauri's form
परम
is
शांत है।
totally peaceful.
ऐसा वर्णन है
And it
कि
is
पुत्र के
mentioned
रूप में शिव जी को प्राप्त करने के लिए
to
महागौरी
get
ने
Shivji
कठोर
as her
तपस्या की
husband, she performed great
और इतनी
austerity.
तपस्या की, इतनी
And
तपस्या
she
की
performed
कि
such
उनका
a great
शरीर काला
austerity
पड़ गया।
that her body
आप
turned
लोग कहोगे तपस्या करने से शरीर
dark.
काला पड़ता है? हाँ,
So
इनमें से
you will
जो
say
आप
that
लोग वृंदावन आ रहे हैं ना कार्तिक में,
so all those who are
आप
coming to
अमेरिका में अपनी
Vrindavan in
फोटो
Kartik,
खींच कर रख
so
दीजिएगा
you should
और
click your pictures in US.
वृंदावन यमुना
And
में
once you
कार्तिक
come
और ब्रज में 1 महीना
to
घूमोगे,
India,
फिर
when
जब
you
वापस लौटोगे तो आप वो नहीं
roam
रहोगे,
in Braj for 1 month,
आप
you will not
श्याम
look the
वर्ण के
same.
हो जाओगे,
You will
काला रंग धारण हो जाता है।
become
तो जब
darker.
पार्वती ने बहुत तपस्या की
So when she
तो
performed
उसका
great
शरीर
austerity,
काला पड़ गया।
her body turned dark.
तब जब भगवान शिव जी उनके सामने प्रसन्न हुए,
When the Lord
तब शिव जी ने पवित्र
Shiva
गंगा
was
का
satisfied with
जल
her,
उनके शरीर पर छिड़का
he put
और उनका
Ganga
शरीर
Jal
जो पहले था ओरिजिनल उससे
to
भी
her
ज्यादा गौर वर्ण का बना दिया।
and he made her
तो शिव जी
even
ने
more
उनकी
fairer
कृपा
than
से
she
इनको
was.
गौर
And
वर्ण
by
का शरीर
Shivji's
प्रदान
mercy,
किया, इसलिए
she got
इनको
white
इनका नाम
or
महागौरी
fair
पड़ा।
complexion. And that is why she is called Mahagauri.
वैसे तो ये वृषभ के ऊपर सवार होती है,
Although she rides
लेकिन आगे के वो स्वरूप
the
में
bull,
देखे ना, सिंह वाहिनी, सिंह के ऊपर सवार होने वाली।
but
तो
we've
मैंने
seen
एक
that
दिन
she
पहले
rides
सिंह
in
के ऊपर
lion.
बहुत कमेंट की थी। आप
So
जानते
I
हैं,
commented on the lion.
माई कांगला जैसा सिंह था ना, एकदम ढीला ढीला सिंह था, खड़ा था,
So there was one lion
ऐसे
that was
बोल
very
रहा।
weak.
तो सिंह मुझे रात को सपने में आया।
That lion
मैंने तो सिंह
came in
देखा,
dreams
मैंने तो
to
बता
me.
आवे। अब वैसे तो सिंह ने मुझे कहा था किसी को बता, मतलब बाहर के लोगों को मत बताना, लेकिन आप थोड़ा
He
सा
said that
बताओ,
don't share it
आप
with
तो मुझे
anyone
पता
now.
है ना।
Say. But
तो
you all
सिंह ने
are
मुझे कहा कि मैं माई कांगला
my.
जैसा क्यों हूँ
So
जानते
he
हो?
said that you know how why
सिंह ने
I
मुझे
look so
कहा कि
weak.
हाँ, आपने जो कहा बिल्कुल ठीक है, मैं बहुत ढीला ढीला उस दिन था, मैं रियल में ढीला पड़ गया था, सिंह ने कहा, और मैं झूठ नहीं बोल रहा हूँ, बिल्कुल सत्य बात। सिंह ने कहा कि मैं ढीला पड़ गया। मैंने कहा
He said that I became weak.
आपको प्रॉब्लम
So
क्या,
he said
जंगल
that
के
you.
राजा
I
हैं।
said that you could have eaten something. You're the king
मैं
of the
विचरण
forest.
करते करते जब वहां पर
I
पहुंचा
roamed so much
तो
and I
मैं
reached
देखा
here
कि
and I
पार्वती
saw
तपस्या कर रही हैं
Parvati ji is performing austerity.
और पार्वती उमा को तपस्या करते हुए
And
देखकर
after
मेरी
seeing
भूख
her
और
performing
बढ़ गई।
austerity, my hunger increased.
वो देवी तपस्या कर रही थी तो मैं सोचा कि बेचारी तपस्या कर रही है,
I
अभी
thought that
इसको खाना ठीक
she's
नहीं है,
performing austerity, so
अगर
I
इसकी
should not
तपस्या
eat her.
पूरी हो जाए फिर मैं इसको खा जाऊंगा।
Once her
उसकी
austerity is
जैसे
complete, I will eat
भारत के
her.
सभी खानदानी वाले होते हैं, उसकी खानदानी होती है, बेचारी तपस्या कर रही तो अभी मत मारो। जीव जीवस्य जीवनम,
Even the animals are
तो मैं
principled
इसको खा
in
जाऊंगा।
Bharatvarsh.
आपने सुना ना कथा में, आपको याद होनी
So
चाहिए,
you have
कन्याकुमारी में
heard
पार्वती गई थी ना तप करने
that she went to Kanyakumari to perform austerity. So he reminded me of the same.
मैं तो पार्वती को खाने के लिए पहुंचा और उस
Then I
छोटी सी
wanted to eat her,
सोचा पहले इसका
but she was performing austerity, so I thought that let her complete her austerity. Then I will start mine.
कन्या है लंच तो नहीं होगा
She's small
अच्छा हो जाएगा
girl, so
थोड़ा अट्टागट
at least I will have a good breakfast.
दोनों हो जाता लेकिन ये कन्या है ब्रेकफास्ट तो अपना बहुत बढ़िया हो
But she's a girl, so
और
you'll have a good breakfast.
तो सिंह ने सोचा कि थोड़ी देर में प्रतीक्षा करता हूँ और पार्वती
So he said that thought that I will just wait for a while, and
यहाँ पार्वती
Parvati was performing austerity,
आपने देखा ना कि हजारों वर्ष तक तपस्या की
but she performed austerity for 1,000 years.
देखते देखते कमजोर पड़ गया वो सिंह ने मुझे सपने में
The
कहा इसलिए
lion waited, and he became weak because of that.
क्योंकि मैं उस कन्या को देखते रह गया कि भाई ये भोजन प्लेट तो अच्छी है साउथ इंडियन डिश है तो खाना तो इसी को है
So I've decided that I will eat her, but
थोड़ा टाइम इसकी
but
बेचारी की तपस्या हो जाए फिर मैं उसको खाऊंगा
let her finish her
तो
austerity,
पार्वती
then
ने
I'll eat her.
उसकी तपस्या की राह देखते देखते
So in just waiting for her austerity to be removed, I became weak.
मैंने कहा कि फिर तपस्या तो खत्म हो गई फिर तुमने कुछ किया
So
खाया
that
पिया
her austerity was complete. Then what happened?
तो हो गई
So that when her austerity was
देवी जब
complete,
उठी
and when she
तो
got
देखकर
up,
मुझे उस पर बहुत दया आ गई
I felt so
और
much
मेरे
mercy
अंदर
on her.
दया आया आई और पार्वती ने देखा
And
वो
when
मुझ पर
she
प्रसन्न
saw
हो गई
that I have this mercy
और
in
मुझ
me,
पर प्रसन्न
she
हो
became
गई कहा
satisfied, and she
कि
told
आज
me
तूने इतना बड़ा
that
दया का सौभाग्य भाव दिखाया है
you have so
एक काम
much,
करेगा
you've shown so
मेरा
much
वाहन
mercy.
बन जाएगा
So will you become
सिंह ने
my
कहा
vehicle?
जरूर मैं
And
आपका
the
वाहन
lion
बन
said,
जाऊंगा
yes, for
लेकिन
sure,
खाना पीना
I
मैं
will become your
आपको
vehicle. But
खिलाऊंगी बस
will I
उस
get
दिन से मैंने
something to
पार्वती
eat?
को मेरे
So
पीठ पर बिठा
from
दिया
that day,
और पार्वती
she
सिंह वाहिनी बन
rides
गई
on
तो
me,
वो
and
जो
she
मेरा
is
फोटो
called
था जो
Singwahini.
सिंह ने मुझे कहा वो तत्कालीन फोटो था वो भी
So
तपस्या
that
की थी
picture
मैं भी
was
तपस्या किया था तो
of
फोटो
that
खींचने
time
वाले ने थोड़ा
when we both have
इमीडिएट
performed
कर देना
austerity.
खींचा था इसलिए मैं थोड़ा ढीला था
That is
लेकिन
why I was
पार्वती को
looking
पीठ पर
weak.
बिठाकर मैं बहुत खाया
But
बहुत पिया
after putting
तो
her
थोड़ा
on my
थोड़ा दूर
back,
हो गया
I ate so
लेकिन
much,
ये उस दिन
and I
का
became powerful.
क्लेरिफिकेशन जो सिंह ने दिया वो मैंने आपको दे दिया कथा पूरी होने से पहले नहीं तो ये अधूरा रह
So
जाता
I have given this clarification to all of you.
दुर्गा देवी सिंह वाहिनी कब हुई ये
So
वो
when
बताया
she became
तो
Singwahini,
सिंह को ऊपर दया आई और उन्होंने सिंह
when
को ग्रहण कर लिया जैसे गणेश
she
जी ने
accepted
मूषक को अपना
him
वाहन बनाया था
as Ganeshji,
सो महागौरी का
made
ये बाहरिक स्वरूप
mouse his vehicle.
महागौरी का तात्विक स्वरूप क्या है
So what are the
नवरात्रि के 8
internal
दिन
attributes of
इनकी उपासना होती
Mahagauri?
है और
She is
इनका
worshipped on the
तात्विक
8th
स्वरूप
day,
है
and
महागौरी
her form is
सर्वभूतेषु
Mahagauri.
भाव संस्थिता नमस्तस्ये 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 नमः नमः महागौरी का तात्विक स्वरूप है साख्य भाव ये दोनों सेपरेट है साख्य और भाव
So these two are different. Sakhya, that is
भाव और इनके फोटो में ही झलक रहा है ना भाव जो
friendship, and Bhav, that is the second last stage of pure devotional service to the Lord, that is love.
उनकी छवि में ही प्रस्तुत है
So it is presented in her image as well.
और साख्य तत्व निरूपित करती हैं क्योंकि महागौरी साख्य
So because Mahagauri represents Sakhya or friendship of fraternal relationship, in the 9 limbs of bhakti, the 8th is Sakhya, and she is prayed on the 8th day of Navratri. So you can see the link here. And in this world, in Gujarati they say,
हजारों मित्र आपको जीवन में मिले हो
you will have lakhs of friends, but our actual friend is the one who always remain with us in whatever condition we face, whether we are happy or distressed, but and he is our friend. So just think, who is such a friend who is with us in our happiness and distress? Do you know any friend? But otherwise, it's mentioned in the scriptures. In Mundak Upanishad, it is mentioned
सभी अवस्था में साथ देने वाला हमारा मित्र कौन? तो मुंडक उपनिषद में
So Mundak Upanishad says, Va Suparna Suyaja
समानम वृक्षम परिष्वजाते, जैसे एक
is
और उस पेड़
a
की
tree.
डाली पर
There is a tree, and on the tree there are two birds
ये शरीर एक
are sitting. Similarly, this body is like a tree,
की डाली पर
and on the branch of this tree there are two friends sitting. One is soul, and the other is super soul, that is Paramatma.
हमारा सच्चा मित्र
And in this world, our true friend is
परमात्मा है।
Paramatma or super soul.
दुनिया में अनेकों मित्र आएंगे,
In this world, we will have numerous friends who will come and go,
पीछे, लेकिन परमात्मा एक ऐसा
but
मित्र है
only
जो सभी
super soul is the one who stays with us no matter what,
दिल के बिल्कुल निकट रहेगा,
and he will always be near to our heart, will sit in our heart and provide us great mellows.
लेकिन प्रॉब्लम इस बात की है कि
But
जो
the
मित्र
problem is that
सदैव हमारे साथ रहता है,
the friend that remains with us eternally, we don't care about him,
सब देखते रहते हैं,
and we get entangled in the friends of Facebook, etc.
सो हमारी महागौरी माता का तात्विक स्वरूप है साख्य।
So her internal attribute is Sakya,
नवदा भक्ति में 8वीं भक्ति है साख्य,
and it's the 8th limb of
साख्य में
Radha Bhakti.
साख्य भक्ति कैसी क्या होती है आप सुनिए।
So what is the fraternal relationship or Sakya Bhakti?
है तो उसमें आप क्या करोगे? मुझे
So what are you supposed to do in that? Do you have ever thought or contemplated that we all are performing devotional service with the Lord, and in the 9 limbs of devotional service, it is Sakya. So for Shravan, you listen and you can remember, etc. But what are you going to do in fraternal relationship or Sakya? So there are few things that are very important that we should note down. So we have to do two things in that. In the mode of friendship, we should always think about the welfare of the Lord. So we should always think about the welfare of the Lord. That is the mode of friendship. So always begging that we need this and that. We should sometimes think about the Lord as well, that we should give him something. He should also be disease free and he should be satisfied. I have seen my Guru Maharaj, not to show off, but sometimes he used to give benediction to the Lord, that I pray that this Laddu Gopal remains disease free, this Shyam Sundar remains happy. That is the mellow of fraternal and friendship. Is the Lord our security guard or watchman, that he needs to take care of us? He is a lover, so we should take care of our beloved. That is a sign of friendship. And in Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu, a nectar of devotion, it is mentioned that we should think about the welfare of the Lord. And second is, we should have extreme faith in. So even if you make friend in the world also, then there should be two things. There should always be a feeling to make our friend happy and satisfied, and we should have trust. We should never do anything that their trust is shattered. And and no matter people say what, we should always trust our friend. So Lord Shri Krishna befriends anyone. So no matter whoever comes and says that your friend has done this and that, Krishna doesn't listen. Even if the friend has wronged, but still he will say that my friend cannot be wrong. So Krishna is Krishna. He is still a practical person, but Ramji is virtuous and straightforward. So Hanumanji befriended Sugriv with Ramji, and Sugrivji said that Bali is bad, and Ramji had not met Bali and has not checked him, but because Sugriv has told and he's my friend, so he remained hidden and behind the tree and killed Bali. My friend is always right. This is the friendship. So you should not make friends, and if you make friends, then the world should set an example. As there is the example of Krishna and Sudama, Krishna and Arjun. Krishna didn't even realize that I'm the king of Dwarika. How can I be the charioteer of Arjuna? But he did it for the sake of his friendship with Arjun. And who is the idol for Sakya Bhakti? Is Arjun. He remembers Krishna all the time. Even his limbs chant the holy names of Lord Shri Krishna. And the second thing that she epitomizes is bhav or mellow. So the eighth ladder is in the devotional service or the stage is bhav and is represented by Mahagauri. She provides us this bhav or stage, and this is the first stage of love, and everybody should have this bhav. If we have anything that we can offer to the Lord is our feelings or bhav. Although it manifests from soul, but it manifests from the heart. So if you have reached this stage, then you don't have to force. So now, right now, sometimes some people are listening Katha forcefully. But when someone is at the level of emotion, sentiment, then you need not be forced. It comes automatically. So all these ritualistic principles should be followed till the stage we achieve this stage of bhav, that is emotional attachment towards the Lord. Because they already became attached to the Lord. And finally, the ninth Devi or goddess of Navratri is very beautiful. She is the goddess of love, and her name is Siddhidatri. So, Siddhidatri Mata Pranab Mantra is
सेव्यमाना सदा भूयात सिद्धिदायिनी जो सिद्ध गंधर्व यक्ष देवता दानवों वो आदि से पूजी जाती है।
So she is prayed by all, and she is the provider of all the perfections, that is siddhis.
प्राप्त करके आदमी
And after attaining all these perfections, he can win anyone.
गदा और कमल धारण करती है।
She carries the club, discus, conch shell, and disc in her hand. So we bow down at her feet, lotus feet. And on the 9th day of Navratri, she is venerated or worshipped.
और पूर्ण निष्ठा के साथ
And according to the Vedic injunctions, if someone worships her on this day,
सिद्धियों की प्राप्ति हो जाती है।
that person attains all perfection in their life, that is siddhis.
तो दाहिनी
And what is her
देख सकते हैं
physical attributes?
वाले
On the right hand,
माता के हाथ में चक्र है,
she has the
चतुर्भुज है,
discus,
एक हाथ में गदा
and
है,
in the other hand she has a club,
है,
in other she has a conch,
कमल का पुष्प
and the fourth hand she has the lotus flower.
सिद्धिदात्री माता कमल के ऊपर सवार होती हैं
And she rides on a lotus flower, and sometimes she rides a lion.
तो कोई मोटर में कार में के बाइक ऊपर तो न बेसे ने
For 24 hours nobody sits on a vehicle. So sometimes you sit on sofa as well.
तो सिद्धिदात्री माता जब घर पर होती हैं तब
So when she's at home, she resides
जब कहीं बाहर
or sits on the lotus, and when she
सवार होती हैं।
have to go out, she rides on the lion.
नवरात्रि में ये
So in the Navratri, she is the 9th goddess or the 9th form of the goddess.
कहते हैं हिमाचल के
It is said that
पर्वत पर
Himachal's Nandachal mountain, there is
इनकी पूजा
her
करने से
famous
बाकी सभी देवियों
holy
की
place
उपासना
or shrine,
हो जाती है।
and by praying to her, all other forms are venerated, and all the difficult tasks can be finished within seconds by her mercy. Lord Shiva, by her mercy, attained all the perfections or siddhis.
किसी भी सफल आदमी के पीछे
And that is why it is said that every successful man has a
सिद्धिदात्री
woman behind him.
देने वाली
So the provider of all this perfection
तो हमें सारी
is
सिद्धि
she.
प्राप्त हो
By her mercy, we can attain all perfection in our life.
अष्ट
So
सिद्धि
there are 8 types of perfections.
गरिमा लघिमा प्राप्ति प्राकाम्य ईशित्व और वशित्व इसकी कथा एक बार हो चुकी है विस्तार से कि अणिमा
So we have discussed this in detail in the previous patha.
और फिर ईशित्व ईश्वरत्व प्राप्त कर लेना पानी के ऊपर चलना हवा में चलना ये सब सिद्धि है
To walk in water and air are all these are types of siddhis. By her mercy,
देवी का हो गया और शिव जी का एक
Shivji's half form was transferred into a woman, and he was named as Ardhanarishwar.
पार्वती के रूप में आदेश हुए वो इस देवी की कृपा से
So it is by her mercy.
सो सिद्धिदात्री माता ही आधे शिव राधे दुर्गा के रूप में है सिद्धि माता को सिद्धिदात्री देवी को
So Siddhidatri
बड़ा प्रिय है
Mata is offered sesame seeds,
लौकिक और परलौकिक सारी कामनाओं
and by her mercy, all the
और
desires,
इनका
whether
नाम
material
ही
or
इनका
spiritual,
परिचय है
are
ये अंतिम देवी है और ये अल्टीमेट
attained.
फल प्रदान करती है
And she provides the ultimate
इनका परिचय
fruit.
सिद्धिदात्री
Her name
माने
itself introduces her quality. So her name is Siddhidatri, that is the provider of all perfection or siddhi.
लेकिन परम सिद्धि क्या है
So what is the greatest perfection? In Shrimad Bhagavatam,
पूछा गया कि
it
परम
was
सिद्धि
asked
क्या है
that what
तब
is
शिव जी
this
बहुत सुंदर प्रथम स्कंद
पर-
में कहते हैं
Param
अत्यंत
Siddhi
उम्दी, द्विज श्रेष्ठ
or
वर्णन
the greatest perfection?
सनुष्ठिस्तस्य धर्मस्य हमने पिछले 5 दिनों से
So since last 5 days,
कथा सुनी अब देखिए
we are listening to the pastimes of
सबका निचोड़ एसेंस आपको बताया जा रहा है
the Navdurga. So now the conclusion is coming.
की पूजा
So to worship
व्रत का
all the 9 forms of the goddesses and to worship all the forms of the goddesses and demigods, what is the essence or conclusion?
स्व माने अपने धर्म को अनुष्ठित माने परफेक्टली पालन करने से
to perfectly follow
परम
our
सिद्धि कौन सी प्राप्त होगी,
religious
क्या होनी
principles,
चाहिए?
what will we achieve
तो कहते हैं
or
स्व
what will we get?
अनुष्ठितस्य धर्मस्य समसिद्धि हरितोषणम,
That is Haritoshanam.
हरि को संतुष्ट करना, हरि
That
माने
is to
भगवान
satisfy
कृष्ण,
Lord
भगवान राम,
Hari
भगवान
or
विष्णु।
Krishna, Ram or
तो
Vishnu.
हरितोषणम, हरि की संतुष्टि, कृष्ण
So
की
for
संतुष्टि,
satisfaction of
राम
the
की
Lord
संतुष्टि, यही है देवी माता की
is
सच्ची उपासना,
the perfect
यही है
worship
नव दुर्गा का वास्तविक व्रत, यही है
of the
वास्तविक
goddesses.
नवरात्रि,
And this is the
यह है
essence of
समसिद्धि
the Navratri
हरितोषणम।
festival.
पूरी कथा सुनोगे और ये श्लोक यदि चूक गए,
If you listen the whole
सार चूक गए।
katha, then but you miss this, then
इसलिए कथा का
you will
प्राण
lose the
यहाँ पर
essence or
क्या है?
conclusion. The soul
कथा का
of this
सार यहाँ
katha
पर है
is here
कि
in
अतः
this verse.
द्विज हे द्विज श्रेष्ठ, हे शौनक आदि ऋषि मुनि, हे ब्राह्मणों,
Oh,
हे
Brahmanas,
पूरी कथा आपने सुनी,
therefore,
ये
after
5
listening to
दिन
this
का
katha,
प्रेम यज्ञ आपने सुना,
for 5 days of
लेकिन
this
हम मनुष्यों के लिए
love sacrifice that you
इन
have
देवी
performed,
देवताओं
for
की
us,
उपासना का वास्तविक फल क्या माना जाएगा?
what should be the
समसिद्धि
fruit of all
हरितोषणम,
this?
हरि को संतुष्ट
Haritoshanam,
करना,
that is to satisfy
यही
Lord
है वास्तविक
Hari.
फल, यही है
That is the
वास्तविक सिद्धि।
actual perfection of life.
तो सिद्धिदात्री देवी जो है हमें प्रेम फल प्रदान करती है,
And she provides
मनुष्य
us
जीवन का
the
वास्तविक पुरुषार्थ
love
है प्रेम,
towards the
और
Godhead.
इसीलिए इनका तात्विक स्वरूप क्या है?
And that is
आप
why
देख
her
सकते हैं
internal
सिद्धिदात्री
attributes
माता का
are
तात्विक स्वरूप है सिद्धिदात्री सर्वभूतेषु प्रेमात्म निवेदन संस्थिता, सिद्धिदात्री सर्वभूतेषु प्रेमात्म निवेदन संस्थिता, नमस्तस्ये 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 नमो नमः। प्रेम और आत्मनिवेदन ये इनका वास्तविक स्वरूप है।
so she represents love and
जैसे
Atmanivedan.
नवदा भक्ति में
So in the
9th नंबर की
9
भक्ति,
limbs
9वीं भक्ति है
of
आत्मनिवेदन।
Bhakti is
नवरात्रि में
Atmanivedan.
9वें दिन पूजा होती है सिद्धिदात्री देवी की।
So Siddhidatri is venerated
आत्मनिवेदन को प्रतिपादन करती है।
and
आत्मनिवेदन
she
का अर्थ क्या है? शरीर से
personifies it.
लेकर
So
शुद्ध
what is
आत्मा
Atmanivedan?
पर्यंत सभी
That
पदार्थों का
with all the limbs of the
समर्पण
body
श्री भगवान
and
में अर्पण करना, यही
to
वास्तविक
offer it to the Lord
आत्मनिवेदन
is
कहलाता है।
Atmanivedan.
आत्मनिवेदन नवदा
So it
भक्ति
means complete surrender towards the Lord.
कार्य है। मैं इसको और सरल करके और डिटेल में यदि आपको कहूं तो आत्मनिवेदन भक्ति में 3 कार्य करने होते हैं।
So there are 3 things that we should do.
चेष्टा न करना, अपने लिए कोई चेष्टा नहीं, अर्थात अपना योगक्षेम भगवान के ऊपर छोड़ देना,
That is to offer everything
आत्मनिवेदन।
to the Lord.
दूसरा, अपने साधन और
And the
सिद्धि को
second is
भगवान में न्यस्त कर देना,
all our
अपने
expertise
साधन और सिद्धि सब
and
भगवान को न्योछावर कर
opulences should be surrendered
देना।
or
तीसरा, एकमात्र
surrendered to the
श्री
Lord. And
भगवान
the
के
last
लिए
is
चेष्टा
that
नहीं होना,
to
जीवन का
always
प्रत्येक क्षण
endeavor for
भगवान
the
के लिए
Lord.
होनी चाहिए। That's
So
it।
all our moments of our life should be
एक बात याद आ रही है,
surrendered to the Lord
जाते जाते
or
एक
in
बहुत
His
सुंदर
service.
रुक्मणी जी का नाम आपने सुना है?
So you might have heard about Rukmini
रुक्मणी
ji,
राजा भीष्मक सुता,
who
महाराज
was
भीष्मक
the
की कन्या,
daughter of Bhishmak,
महाराष्ट्र में रहती थी, विदर्भ
who
देश
used
के
to
अंदर।
reside in
और
Maharashtra.
सौराष्ट्र द्वारिका में रहने वाले द्वारिकाधीश कृष्ण को उन्होंने पत्र लिखा।
And she wrote a letter
रुक्मणी
to
महाराष्ट्रन थी ना, हिम्मत वाली थी।
a letter
महाराष्ट्र
to Lord Shri Krishna.
मराठी मानुस में तो हिम्मत बहुत होती है, रिस्क ले लिया।
And she took a great risk. She wrote a love letter.
जानते हैं रुक्मणी ने 7 श्लोकों में पत्र लिखा, ठीक है?
So she wrote the letter in
श्रुत्वा गुणान भुवन सुंदर शृण्वताम ते, ये सब
8 verses. So Krishna was reading that letter. So I want to bring your attention to one thing. So in the letter written by Rukmani ji, what did Krishna read out of all those 7 verses that she wrote? What was the thing that he read that after reading which he decided I should go and bring Rukmani? So there were so many things that were mentioned in the letter. But if we are to ask that what thing Krishna liked so much that you got ready to abduct her. So you should see the verse. In the letter, Rukmani ji writes, there is one word that Krishna stood up. And what is that word?
Bhavan khaluvru parirang jaya tan me bhavan khaluvruta parirang jaya atmarpitascha bhavato travibho videhi atmarpitasya bhavato travibho videhi. रुक्मणी ने कहा कि तन में भगवान
Rukmani said, Oh Lord, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, you are capable. You are Lord Himself, and you are completely independent. Who is the master of all? How can I force you? I cannot force you, but I can tell you about myself. In the second part of the first line, the word she said was Atma Arpitascha. That means I surrender my soul to you. Or everything, my wealth, opulence, my body, and even my soul is surrendered to you. And this is what is called the complete surrender or Atma Nivedan. So if we want to reach the stage of loving devotional service towards the Lord, then we need to surrender everything, even our soul, to the Lord, till the point we surrender to such intensity, we will not achieve the love of the Lord, nor unalloyed devotional service towards Him. So she says that I surrender everything to you. I offer everything to you. So now I am yours. Whether you want to take me or not, you can do whatever you want. So in this way, Siddhidatri Mata is the epitome of Atmanivedan and love. So even you have to speak so much, and even I have to listen what you have heard, or have you just slept? So let's move towards the conclusion of the Katha. So this Siddhidatri, who is provider of all perfection, and what is the perfection of human life? Is love. So from faith till the love, the ninth step or stage is love towards the Godhead, and she provides us Siddh Deha, that is the body of eternal associate of the Lord. And the greatest perfection or achievement of human life is love. And in essence, what is this Navratri? If you see in order, each goddess is the limb of each devotional service towards the Lord. And she is the stage of devotional service towards the Lord. So this is the actual veneration of goddess. So if we should progress towards Nyoda Bhakti and to achieve unalloyed devotional service towards the Lord, and in 9 days, if we do it gradually, when we will achieve this love, then it will be Vijayadashmi. Otherwise, we are going to be taking birth in the animal kingdom, etc. So the final focus and goal is to achieve unalloyed devotional service towards the Lord. Till that point, we are all a failure. We will only win or be victorious when we manifest the love of the Lord in our heart. And it is our greatest goal and achievement. And we have to work for our family, etc. But that is our secondary goal. But the primary goal is the unalloyed devotional service towards the Lord. Our goal is not even to get liberation or eternal abode of the Lord, that is Goloka or Vaikuntha. Even if you put us in hellish condition, but we should always love you, because the ultimate perfection of life is devotional service towards the Lord. And when you achieve that love, then all these distresses of this material universe are negligible. The person achieves the eternal body and reaches the eternal abode of the Lord. You all have been listening to this katha with so much patience and love. I'm really grateful to all of you. So there were so many festivities and you all celebrated with so much zeal and enthusiasm. I thank you all. So, few years back on today's day, I got the shelter of Guru Maharaj on this day of Dashera in 2005. I got the initiation and gave us the counsel to preach Bhagvatam. So we don't know much about Bhagvatam, but it's His mercy, blessing, and expectation from us. So we just try whatever we can. So a few days back in Alacho, Florida, we have a friend, Puji Sakshi Gopal Prabhuji. So we had sometimes discussions, and he said that so many people listen to you. We are doing such a great. You should become a spiritual master. You should start giving initiation. So in Iskcon, we have householders as grasta as well as spiritual master as well. I said that I should become a good disciple. I'm just trying to be a good disciple. We have taken the initiation, but the principles or responsibility of being a good disciple, and I'm not sure that it will almost take 15,000-20,000 births. So So there is no
नहीं है, इसलिए
qualification to be a spiritual
हम
master.
शिष्य बने,
So
आपके
we
जैसा
become a
बनना
disciple.
चाहिए।
So please
हमें
pray
कोई
for
गुरु
us.
नहीं बनना है,
We don't want to be a spiritual
हमारा कोई
master.
मूड नहीं है, हमारा कोई भाव नहीं है।
We don't
मैं
have
भी
that
यहाँ पर
mellow
बोलता हूँ ना, तो आप
and
हमारी
emotion.
माता हो, हमारी
So
बहन है,
when I
हमारे सब
speak,
भाई
you
बंधु
are like
बैठे हैं,
our
हम
mother,
जैसे एक सोफे पर
sister,
बैठकर
and
संवाद करते
family
हैं।
member.
मेरा तो
And
यही
as we
मतलब है
discuss,
संवाद,
so
इसलिए तो हम
I
कभी कभी हंसी मजाक कर लेते हैं, कभी ऐसी वैसी बातें
talk
कर
in that
लेते हैं।
conversation
कथा में
mode.
थोड़ी ये सब होता है,
And
कथा में
in
तो एकदम
Katha,
टाइट बैठा जाता
it
है,
has to be very serious
गंभीर
and
वार्ता
disciplined.
होती है,
But
हंसना भी नहीं होता है वहाँ तो, केવું કેવું કરવું પડે। આપણે થોડી કથાકાર છીએ, આપણે સંવાદ કરીએ,
we
એકબીજાની
just
ચર્ચા
converse
કરીએ।
and discuss.
लेकिन बस आज के दिन
But
हमारा
today
दूसरा जन्म हुआ था,
is
गुरुदेव ने
my
हमारी तो
second
कोई
birth.
औकात, कोई
Although
हमारी तो
I
कोई
have
ऐसी
no
हैसियत नहीं थी,
qualification,
लेकिन गुरुदेव ने आज
yet
हमें स्वीकार किया।
He accepted us,
आज के लिए हमारे लिए बहुत बड़ा दिन है।
and it is a
पंडित
great
नारायण
day
प्रभु
for
हमारी
me.
बड़ी प्रशंसा करता है,
Amin Narayan Prabhu
आप भी उसकी
praises His
प्रशंसा
Lord.
करते हैं, दुनिया में
You
भी
all
ऐसे लोग हैं
praises,
जो ऐसे ये बोलते ये गाते हैं।
everybody
हमारी
praises,
प्रशंसा करने लायक कोई चीज नहीं है,
but there is
एक
nothing
चीज है
to praise
जो
about us.
जमकर प्रशंसा कर सकते हैं,
Only one thing
कि
that you can
पूज्य
praise
राधा
about
गोविंद
us,
गोस्वामी
that
महाराज ने हमें अपनी शरण प्रदान की
His
है।
Holiness
हमें
Radha
अपने
Govind
ठाकुर जी को
Goswami
अपनी
Maharaj
शरण में
has
लिया है।
given
ये
His
एक
shelter
गुण
to
है,
us.
मतलब ये एक
This is just
बोलने लायक
a
या
quality
कहने लायक
that
ही
can be
चीज है,
spoken about.
बाकी और कुछ नहीं है। गुरु कृपा ही केवलम
It is the mercy of the spiritual master that
आप सब
can
आशीर्वाद दीजिए।
be extremely beneficial
गुरुदेव ने
to
भागवत
the
की ज्योति
disciple.
जलाई थी,
So Guru
उसी
Maharaj
ज्योति को
has
हम जलाए रखें, उसी
ignited
में
this
पड़े,
lamp
जीवन
of
में उतारे,
Bhagavatam, and we
और
continue to do the
आप
same
सबके
and
सहयोग
try
से
to imbibe in our
हम
lives.
भागवत को गाते रहें,
And
सुनते
by
रहें,
your mercy, we are able to
और
speak
ये
and
सुनते
listen to
सुनते
Shrimad
एक ना एक
Bhagavatam.
दिन ये
And one
भागवत
day,
प्रेम के रूप में हमारे अंदर
this
उतरेगा।
love will manifest
मैंने मेरे जीवन में
in
यह
my
प्रेम
life.
यदि किसी में देखा
If
तो
I have
गुरुदेव
seen
में
this
देखा,
love is
और
in
गुरुदेव
my
के
Guru
चरणों में
Maharaj.
बस यही कामना है
So I
कि
just
वो प्रेम
pray
हमारे
at
अंदर
His
बने।
lotus feet that we get
बस
an iota of
नीचे
His
आप लोग बैठे
love.
हो और
Lord.
ऊपर गुरु जी का हाथ है, बिल्कुल फिट कर दिया है आपने। इस प्रकार से आपका सहयोग और
So
गुरुदेव की कृपा
by
बनी
all
रहे,
your support and
ऐसा
blessings
आशीर्वाद
of Guru Maharaj,
और
we
इस
continue.
कामना की भीख
We
मांगते हैं।
just ask
आप
for
सभी
this
दोस्तों को
blessing from all of you.
धन्यवाद देते हैं।
I
आप सब लोग
thank
आते
you
हैं,
all
कथा सुनते
that you
हैं।
all come and listen to the Katha.
विशेष धन्यवाद
I especially want to thank
339th
the 339th
340वीं कथा
Katha
अमेरिका न्यू जर्सी
organizer, the
डॉक्टर
residents of
मधुबेन
New
पटेल,
Jersey, Dr. Madhuben
जयंती
Patel,
भाई पटेल,
Jayanti
आपका
Bhai
पूरा
Patel,
परिवार,
and their
डॉक्टर
whole
कृष्णा
family,
माता,
Dr.
अदिति
Krishna Mata,
जानकी जवेरी
Aditi
जी, आप
Janki
सभी
Javeri
भक्तों को
ji,
कि आप
all
सभी
the
भक्तों ने
devotees
इस कथा का
who have
आयोजन किया और इस
organized this
पवित्र
Katha
आयोजन से हजारों
and
लोगों को लाभ दिया।
benefited so
बहुत
many
बहुत
people
धन्यवाद।
with this.
भगवान आप
So
पर
I
कृपा
thank
बरसाते
all of you.
रहें,
May
आपके
Lord
आशीर्वाद
shower
हमारे
His
ऊपर
their
बने
mercy
रहें,
on you,
आपकी
and you're
मनोकामनाएं
able to
पूरी
perform
हो,
such
ऐसी भगवान से
austerities.
प्रार्थना करें। आइए
So I
इसी
pray to Lord.
के साथ
So let's conclude the session
हमें
with Jai
न्यू
Jaikar,
जर्सी की इस व्यासपीठ से
the Vyaspeeth from New Jersey,
341वीं
the
भागवत कथा
339th Bhagavatam
भागवत
Katha,
नवरात्रि का हम
Bhagvat
सब विराम
Navratri.
ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम महापुराण की, श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की, जगत